Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Be a Pythonista. So in the previous video we have talked about how to write a class, how to create the objects of the class, how to assign the attributes to those class to the objects dynamically, how to assign those attributes using the init method, how to create objects with some default arguments, without arguments, some varied arguments and all that. In today's video, we will be discussing about the actions or the functions which we can take on the objects. We have created a simple class where we are just defining the object with some default parameters. Now let's put or let's write the or let's implement the functions. The first function which we want is to switch on or switch off the fan. So basically if it's switch on, you just switch it off. If it's switch off, you just switch it on. So toggling the switch. I'll just name this function as toggle switch. And if you see by default, it's taking self as an argument. It means this is also an instance method. And here I'll simply check if my object or I'll simply check the state of my object. If my object is in on state, then I'm setting it to false. And I'll just print a message like fan is switched off. Else it means the fan is off. So I have to switch it on. So that's all. This is a very basic method, just one if else condition. We are just checking whether the fan is on or off. If it is on and if you are switching it, then it will turn off. If it is off, it will turn on, the opposite of the current state. Now let's see how we can call this function. I'll be importing the module from, so I imported the class here. I'll create the object of this class and it will be created with the default values, whatever we have mentioned in the init. We can see the color is black, which is our default color. Now in order to call this method, and because it's an instance method, instance means it takes the instance of this class, and instance is like another synonym for the object. So this is an instance of this class. Fan1 is an object or an instance of fan class, and this self represents this fan1 object or whatever object with which we are calling it. So the syntax is very simple. We just have to say fan1 dot toggle switch and the parenthesis. To call the function, we provide this parenthesis. So you see this is now switched on. Earlier my fan was off by default. It was off by default. Now we have switched it on. If now we see the state of it, let's say fan1 dot is on, it is saying true. If we again toggle, it will be off, and fan is on now, false. Whenever we toggle, it will just do the opposite of what is the current state. That's all. Now let's implement the next method, which is the setting up the speed. So def set speed. Self is the default argument here, and speed is the input value which we want to set. Basically it's like rotating your regulator, speed regulator, and setting it to some number. So whatever number we set, that will come as input here, and we will be setting it to the object dot speed. Let's see if it works. So fan1 dot speed, if you see right now it is 0. So let's set the speed. Let's say I want it to be 4. Now if I check, my speed is set to 4. But what is the state of my fan? It is an on or off condition. It is off. So it's like your switch is off, but you are simply rotating the speed regulator. So we have to switch it on if we want to run it at that particular speed. How do we switch on? We will call the toggle method. So now my fan is on and it is running at speed 4. My fan is on and I can change the speed to, let's say, 1. Okay, so now my speed is 1 and my fan is on. Now let's say if I change the speed to 0, then my fan should be actually off, but still it is showing on here. So let's modify the code a little to show this behavior. So basically what I am saying is, if my speed is 0 and if my fan is on or is on is true, then we have to say fan stopped. On the other hand, let's say if the fan is off, so basically we are saying if self dot is on is false, and if we are passing a positive speed, then maybe we should print a message like fan is switched off, speed is set, and switch on the fan. And no matter whatever we are printing, we are anyway saving the value of our speed in the attributes, self dot speed attribute. Now let's see how it works. Fan 1 is equal to fan, and I'll create one more object, fan 2. So fan 1 right now is in off state. Fan 2 is also in off state. If we switch on the fan, now it is switched on. But what is the speed? Speed is still 0. So let's change the speed to fan 1 dot set speed. Let's say 5. So now my fan 1 is on and its speed is 5. But my fan 2 is still off. Okay. Now let's say I am changing the fan 1 speed again. Let's set it to 3. The fan is still running. Now if I set it to 0, then it says fan stopped. But my fan, the switch is still on, only I have stopped it using the speed regulator. If I again change it to some other value, it will again start running. Okay. Now let's say if my fan is off, and in the off condition, if I change the speed to 3 or something, then it will say it is off, speed is set, but you have to switch on the fan. So with this example, just try to simulate the actual how we will actually use our fan and its speed regulator normally. So it's like we have two controls, one is the switch and one is the speed regulator. We need both these controls to actually control our behavior of the fan. And if you notice, both functions, they are operating on some internal attribute. For example, toggle switch is working on is on attribute. Set speed is working on speed attribute. Likewise, every instance method must be interacting or must be affecting one or many of the internal attributes of that object. That's why we write the method, so that we can operate on our attributes. Here we are operating on our is on and speed attributes. So with this example, we just tried to simulate the actual fan. We will see more in the next videos. In the next video, we will talk more about how this init actually works behind the scenes, and what is this self, and how this self is actually linked with the fan1 object or the fan2 object. That internal working is not necessary to know, but it's good to know. If you know about how it works internally, then you can write more better programs, and it helps in understanding the behind the scenes, whatever it is happening. It helps in understanding the concept, and it helps in understanding the program at a deeper level. So see you in the next video. Thank you.